Alrighty, I got my list. Hello everyone, and what's up? Let's do that. Okay, so I have a list here that I've been wanting to share with you guys, and it is 5 ways to be more confident. This video is about confidence. One way to really help you with your confidence is aromatherapy. And so, as you guys know, I have my necklaces and they're out. They're ready for you. And I have my Enchantress blend, and I also have my Fantasy blend, which really helps emote the... Fix that over there. That really helps emote the feelings of confidence and a lot of like self-care and love. And so if you're looking for a way to do that, get my aromatherapy necklaces down below. Okay, so that's one way. So there's gonna be 6 ways in this video. Another way that, and the first way, is to, what I typically always recommend is going for your physical goals first, is to start working on the relationship that you have with your body. And so the reason why I say this is because when you're able to get in tune with your body, you feel safe in your body, you feel secure in your body, it is so much easier for you to promote that out and also have a sense of knowing of who you are. When you feel good in your body, it's a lot easier also to be in the present moment. And so when you're able to feel good and you want to actually be in your body, or you're just working and you do the mind work, you do the mindset work, you showcase that you love your body, and you actually do start to love your body, because your body is the thing that grounds you to this realm. It is the reason why you're able to be here. It is your vessel. So take care of your body. Get in tune with your body. Your breathing. Like, breath is life. If you didn't have breath, you wouldn't be living. Make sure you're being nourished. And drinking a lot of water. And making sure you get tuned in. And when you get tuned into yourself, it becomes so much easier to block out all the other noise. And you know that, like, okay, here I am. This is my present moment. And I'm within my own frame. And when you're able to do that, you feel just more secure. You feel more safe in this world in general, because anxiety and stuff typically, or fear, or whatever you're going through, could be because you don't feel safe in your body. You don't feel safe here in this world. Like it's not a good feeling. Why do you think babies cry when they freaking come out? It's like, it's cold. It's like, well, when you come out of the womb, it's like you're like warm and nestled, and then you come out and you're like, it's cold out here. Like, I don't want to be out here. So that's where you have to get really in tune, get comfortable within your own body. And for some of you, that may have never been a practice for you, and that may have never been something that you have ever felt. And so you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to do the work in order to feel safe and grounded within your own body. Number 2, another way to be confident. Okay. Another way to be confident is just by doing things that you love. And so for a lot of people, they don't do what they love, or they've forgotten about what they love, because they've allowed other people and other people's frames and other people's ways of thinking, their beliefs, hone in and tell them what they should want. Tell them what they should be loving to do at their age, at their job titles, occupations, their home life. Like, if you're a mom, you should be doing this. If you're a dude, a bachelor, you should be doing this. If you're a child, you should be doing this, and you should be loving this. And so it's become apparent that a lot of people just allow others to tell them what they can do. And it's apparent because so many people are, again, like, working, they're not happy. and they're working for other people doing things that they're not enjoying. And I mean, it's not everyone. However, if you're watching this video and you don't feel confident, it's because you're not doing what you love doing. You're not passionate about about what you're doing. You might be good at what you do. However, that passion and that love that you have for not for the thing that you do, and also for yourself, because you love yourself enough to pursue your passion, that energy is attractive. And that energy is also like, you know what? I don't care what you say about what I'm doing, about my artwork, about my nail care, about the data analytics that I do, or marketing. I don't know. I'm like trying to touch all bases over here. Anything that you just love doing, like if you're emoting that out, then people can see that. And when you're doing what you love, you just don't care what other people say about it, because you're going to do it anyway. No, regardless of what other people say, you're going to do it anyway. So, and it's that confidence in knowing that you're going to do it anyway. So, of course, some guidance and feedback is always good. It's not like, that's a different story though. That's like if you're honing in, like want to become an expert, like, I'm probably just going to edit this part out. Okay, so number 3. Is also part of what I was saying in about doing what you love. Number 3 is stop listening to others. Like, you have to stop listening for other people's approval of you. The only approval that really matters is your own approval of yourself. So again, the only approval that really matters is the approval of yourself. When you approve of yourself and of your life and of your worth, and you approve just your own beingness, then that, again, is emitted out. It's an energy. And so that energy is like come back, and like people are so like gravitated towards you because you approve of yourself. When you approve of yourself, you set boundaries with other people. If they don't approve of you, well, you know what? You can just be like, fuck off. Then I approve of me. It doesn't matter your opinion. I mean, you could do it a nicer way. However, a lot of the times I'm like, okay, you don't like that? Okay, whatever. Fuck off. Like, I am not here to please you. And when you start having this demeanor anyway, a lot of people will look up to you because not a lot of people do it. And I've noticed this is like when I have like my like, you know what, I'm just going to be myself. I approve of myself attitude. And this is inner healing. Like, there's layers to this. Especially if you grew up in a toxic household, you didn't feel like you're approved. That's where you dive into like inner child healing and healing your inner child so that, you know, you approve of you. And we're all children. We're all children at heart. When you approve of that and of your beingness, it's gonna take healing work. And that's why I have some videos on inner child healing. I'll link it down below so that you guys can see that. And that goes more into depth about it. So stop looking for other people's approval. And once you start approving yourself, people will just approve of you. Because they're like, oh, well, they're not going to change. Or they're just going to think you're fucking badass because you decided to be authentically you. And that's typically been the case for me. I rarely ever get anyone ever come up to me since I've like done this sort of work. I rarely get anyone who comes up to me and they're like, I don't like this, or I don't like that you do this, or whatever story or whatever that I used to get from people, or just annoyances like Karens or something, whatever. Okay, number 4. So this is a practice that I got from listening or watching Oprah Winfrey. And so I was watching this like YouTube video of one of her interviews, and she was saying that she writes down 5 things every morning that she's proud of herself. So I started taking that into my own life and my own practice, and I started writing down things. I write down, I do 7. I like 7. 7's a holy number for me. 7 is the number of alignment for me. And so when I do mine. I do 7 things that I'm grateful for and 7 things that I'm proud of. Specifically, if you're doing confidence, then you want to write down 7 things that you're proud of. And sure enough, like when you start your day off like this or end your day like this, it's going to start feeding your subconscious mind, and you're putting into practice telling yourself better things about you versus the self-negative things. Because, excuse me, 80% of our thoughts are negative. So if you can combat that anyway by doing it and writing it out, like hand writing it out, and you can put it into the physical realm, and like you're doing it, you're seeing it, your subconscious mind is going to pick that up. And you're going to start eventually believing it. There's going to be a belief where you're like, you know what, I am proud of myself. Regardless of whatever happened, whatever circumstance happened, I can find things, the practices of it, that help me feel proud and a bit more confident, because I've done all these things that I'm proud of myself. And so why not take this, and instead of beating myself up, you can like go back and read like what you're so proud of. I have so many like journals, and I always like end up finding like random journals. I have my I ams. This one I haven't used so much for my gratefulness. This has been more journal. Okay, well, typically I have other journals filled with, okay, here we go. So there's one, and you can just like go back and be like, oh, I am proud, I am writing my gratitudes and proud list, because I stopped for a while. And so I'm happy that I got back into it. And on this side, I wrote the gratitude one only. So there you go. And I have stuff back in like 2019 that I look at and I'm like, wow, like it's so different. Like on your journey, you're gonna like see, I mean, some things are similar. You know, like basics and stuff. However, like you'll just see like the difference between like what you're proud of and like what you just can do. So that's awesome. That's awesome to like go back. And then you have evidence. You have evidence that you don't suck right there on paper, because you're proud of yourself for doing it. And then number 5, it sort of ties in with everything else. It's just taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. I know that's hard for a lot of people, and if you're watching this, probably hard for you. It does take work, and I'm still working on it. Like, I'm like, okay, myself first, because it's like always everyone else first. I want to take care of everyone else's needs. However, taking care of yourself and making sure you feel good again about you, and when you're putting yourself first, that just indicates that, you know, you have sort of a sense of self-worth. Like you are worthy of your own time. If you're worthy of your own time, then you're going to be worthy of someone else's time, or of whatever it might be, their love, their approval. So when you do that for yourself, they're like, oh, this person really takes care of themselves. They love themselves. So I can too. Sometimes we make it really hard for other people to love us, or to approve of us. And we sabotage ourselves in that way, because we don't believe ourselves to be lovable. We don't believe ourselves to be worthy of approval or attention or whatever it might be. And so that comes off. And if you're this type of person, you're doing it probably unconsciously. And you're pushing people away. And so when you just like start bringing that love in, and that's why on my like necklaces, that's like another like affirmation thing for me, is love is key. Is truly is like bringing that love, that vibration of love within you, and finding that source within your own being, because the universe is love. And so when you go to your natural state, which you actually are perfect and you are love, then that's what is going to be emitted out into the universe too. When you embody that and you approve of yourself and find the right words. When you just validate your own self-worth and your own, you just love yourself, then other people will see that. And naturally, confidence is just, it just comes because you love yourself enough to take care of yourself and to put yourself first. And no one, you know, again, like, you could go and look for someone and ask for their approval all day. Like, does this look good on me? Or what do you think about this or that? Like, or like this action that I did, this painting, or whatever, the work that you've done. Like, that is not for someone else. Like, yeah, it's good to get feedback. Again, it's always great to get feedback. It's also good to have your own self approval and to take care of your needs. And someone, like, you typically don't want to hang out with someone who doesn't take care of themselves, right? Because if they didn't take care of themselves, like, they either stink or their house is a mess and you're like, this is draining, because it's just like a vortex. And so don't be that vortex of like self-pity, doubt, like just the low vibration. Like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to be that downward vortex. So yeah, that's it. Feel better with your body. Get in tune with your body. Feel good and safe and secure in your body. Do what you love. I'm like looking at my list over here. Stop looking for the approval of others. Do some inner child healing. All of these too can take that. Write down 5 reasons why you're proud of yourself each day. And take care of yourself. So that's it. That is what I do to stay confident. And also, when I'm like lacking, I'm just like, ugh, sometimes I just smell something pretty, which is, again, I use aromatherapy so much. It changes the mood. Certain like plants and like plants have just a higher vibration, and that's why I use essential oils for a lot of the things that I do, even in my air diffuser. And it creates an atmosphere, a certain atmosphere. The lighting creates a certain atmosphere. Your clothing, you know, tactile. Like, I really love touchy stuff too, and tactile things. And so, I like things. I like pleasure, so things that feel good. And I also really love things that smell good. And aromatherapy has really helped me with my anxiety. It's helped me sort of like, okay, get grounded. And just the smelling of flowers in general and plants just help, and just the healing of plants in general. So go grab your necklaces down below. And I'll also have the inner child healing down below as well. It was great talking to you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.